Hello and welcome to Valuechain News. I am Naomi Oleribe. First, the headlines. Energy transition counterproductive to economic recovery. OPEC. Federal government raises petroleum products freight rate by 25%. SERAP threatens to sue federal government over refinery spending amid surge in oil prices. And now, the news in detail. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries on Thursday reiterated that the push against new investment in the oil and gas sector was currently adversely affecting economic recovery both in Nigeria and other parts of the world. Some international oil companies such as Shell and ExxonMobil recently exited Nigeria's onshore fields, as analysts said it was due to the global push for energy transition and net carbon zero targets. In his keynote address during the Nigeria Energy Forum at the Sarah Week 2022 in Houston, Texas, OPEC Secretary General Mohammed Sanusi Barkindo decried the seeming halt in new investments in the oil sector. He said the push against new investments in oil and gas has a narrow and very short-term view. Indeed, its negative effects on the global economic recovery, the energy security of both consumers and producers, and the welfare of families across the world have begun to appear. The federal government has approved a 25% increase in freight rates for petroleum products from 9.5 naira per litre to 11.85 naira per litre. The national president of Nigerian Association of Road Transport Workers (NATO), Alhaji Yusuf Othman, has disclosed. Alhaji Othman, who reviewed this at NATO's 22nd annual general meeting in Abuja yesterday, however, lamented that the benefit from the increase has been wiped out by the hike in the price of diesel to 635 naira per litre. He said, with the rise in the cost of diesel due to the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the group may have to go back to the federal government for another review. A Nigerian rights group has threatened to sue the federal government over spending and for failing to repair the country's broken down oil refineries. In the wake of the sanctions against Russia invading Ukraine, pressure has been mounted on Nigeria, Africa's largest oil producer, to increase its production and exports to no avail. The SocioEconomic Rights Accountability Project, SERAP, has called on authorities to probe allegations of mismanagement of funds approved for the rehabilitation, operation and maintenance of refineries in the public interest and prosecute anyone found liable. Otherwise, it will seek redress in the court of law. The group said in a statement that Nigeria has spent nearly $400 million for the maintenance of the refineries between 2015 and 2020 with little impact. Nigerian refineries have been closed for more than a year, causing the country to rely heavily on imports for its energy needs. SERAP also wants authorities to probe the imports in January of more than 170 million litres of refined fuel from Europe by 4 oil operators. Nigeria was not mentioned among countries Europe was relying on to help cushion Russia's threats to withhold supply of crude oil to the international markets. Russia has threatened to shut down one of its main pipelines to punish Europe and US for sanctions over its war with Ukraine, meaning that oil price could hit $300 per barrel with such an import ban. Russian Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak announced this plan as the United States and other European countries stopped buying Russian oil. According to him, no country can successfully replace Russian oil in the market. Construction of the Danish part of Baltic Pipe, which will connect Poland to Norwegian gas fields, is resuming following a 9-month hiatus. Danish grid operator Energinet said on Tuesday the pipeline was designed to reduce Poland's reliance on Russian gas, but construction was halted in May 2021 due to environmental issues. Energinet said it had now received a new environmental permit and it still expects the pipeline to be partially operational from 1st October this year and running at full capacity of up to 10 billion cubic meters from 1st January 2023. The suspension has already delayed the start date by 3 months. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has triggered worries that Russian gas supplies to Europe could be cut, highlighting the need for diversification of supplies. Construction on 2 parts of the pipeline was suspended in 2021 following the rescinding of an environmental permit by a Danish Public Appeal Committee due to concerns over the pipeline's impact on protected mice and bat species. In line with calls for Nigeria to diversify its economy, the Managing Director and CEO of Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority, NEPZA, Adesoji Adeshuba, has reiterated that poor packaging has been the big challenge affecting Nigerians from competing favorably in the international export markets. He made this known at a breakfast session on Nigerian non-oil exports situation report and way forward put together by Nigerian American Chamber of Commerce, NACC. Before we end the news, here's a recap of our headlines. Energy transition counterproductive to economic recovery. OPEC. Federal government raises petroleum products freight rate by 25%. Serap threatens to sue federal government over refinery spending amid surge in oil prices. And that's the news. I am Naomi Oleribe. Good evening.